Once upon a time, in a small village called Obeledo, surrounded by thick forest and red earth, there lived a little boy named Tobenna. He was just 8 years old, small and quiet, but his eyes hid something many feared. Tobenna lived with his grandmother, Mama Effie, an old man who often sits under the mango tree, chewing kola nuts. People called her strange, just like they did with Tobenna. But unlike others, she believed in the boy. From a young age, Tobenna would often stop playing and share into empty spaces. Sometimes he would talk to no one. At first, villagers laughed. Later, they became afraid. Tobenna hears voice. The woman whispered at the stream. He sees things that are not there, said the men in the palm wine huts. One day, something strange happened. A group of children who had been playing near the old shrine fell terribly sick. Their parents rushed them to the herbalist, but no medicine worked. Their bodies burned with fever, and their eyes roamed with fear. That night, Tobena woke up screaming. Mama Ife rushed to them. They are crying, he said, sweating. The shadows, they are crying. They want to be a hard. The shadows, she asked, trying to calm him. Tobena pointed outside, under the ground. They are trapped. Mama Ife heart skipped. She had heard stories, very old stories, about people buried alive long ago when the land was cursed, but she thought that were. The next day, Tobena walked to the village square, stood in the middle, and shouted, "The ground is angry." People laughed at him, but Mamiefi stood beside him. Drag, he said, drag behind the old shrine. Who are you to tell us what to do? The chief asked angrily. But that night, thunder roared the wind like a beast. A tree fell near the market, and one of the sick children died. The next morning, the villagers gathered. This time, they listened, led by fear. They went behind the old shrine with shovel and cutlass. They dig, and then they fight. It bones, hundreds of them, human skulls, buried under a lo- yeah, not afraid soil. Some still had burned and torn wrappers among the bones. The village fell silent. What is this? They asked. A Mayfield voice tapped. Our ancestors. They were buried here in Angre. Those are the voices Tobena heard. Tobena started at the bone. There went peace. The chief fell to his knees. We do not forgive us. The elders called for a cleansing ceremony. Drums beat through the night. Palm wine was poured on the earth. A shrine was built to honor the forgotten spirits. As the fire burned and songs were sung, something changed. The sick children began to heal. The wound claimed. The village feet lighter. Tobena stood beside Mamefi. His eyes is fixed on the stars. They are quiet now. He said, they are resting. From that day, no one called him mad. They called him the boy who spoke to shadows, and they listened. After the village of Obele do honor the forgotten dead, life became calm again. The air felt clean. The trees germinate, and even the animals returned to the forest paths. Tobeno was no longer mocked. People greeted him with respect. Some brought him gifts, banana, eggs, kola nuts, but Tobena did not smile much. He still saw shadows. Those ones were watching him, quiet, patient, as if he waiting. One night under the full moon, Tobena woke up and saw a tall figure standing at the edges of the forest. It had no face, but its body looked like smoke wrapper in cloth. Tobena was not afraid. He walked toward it. The finger spoke in voice that was both loud and soft, like wind in the tree. You hide our pain. You help us sleep, but many are still lost. Lost where? Tobenna asked. In the world of the living was not alive. The next morning, Tobenna told Mamefi, they are calling again. He said, Mamefi looked worried. Tobenna, you did not do your part. You gave them peace, but not all of them. He replied. Days later, a young girl named Mma disappeared on her way from the stream. The village searched everywhere, no sign of her. Then another child vanished. People started whispering. Again, fear returned. Tobena stood in the forest and closed his eyes. Show me, he whispered. A cold wind brushed past him, and suddenly he saw a cave near the old river with roots like entrails inside children. Silent still, not dead, not alive. Tobena told the chief, told everyone, no child goes missing in this village without reason. He said, with brave men, Mamefi and Tobena leading, they have followed his vision. After hours, they have found the cave, just as Tobe described. Inside, five children were sitting in a circle. Their eyes were open but empty. In the middle was a small calabash. Mamefi gasped. This is blinding magic. An evil done a long ago to trap souls from power. Whoever used this calabash wanted control. Tobena walked toward it. The shadow around him grew stronger, but they did not harm them. They were. He touched the calabash and spoke. I break you. Let them go. The calabash cracked. The children screaming once, then fainted.